What time does he get up?
He gets up at 6:30 a.m. on weekdays.
How often do they drink coffee?
They drink coffee every morning.
Where does she read her book?
She reads her book in the cafe.
What does he wear to work?
He wears a light blue hoodie.
When do we have lunch?
We have lunch around noon.
What does she do after breakfast?
She goes to class after breakfast.
What do they talk about?
They talk about their weekend plans.
How does he feel today?
He feels happy.
Where do you go in the morning?
I go to the cafe for coffee.
What time does the store open?
The store opens at 8 a.m.
How often does she exercise?
She exercises 3 times a week.
What do we eat for dinner?
We eat pasta for dinner.
What time does he leave home?
He leaves home at 7 a.m.
What kind of book is she reading?
She is reading a study guide.
What do they have in their hands?
They have a book and a coffee cup.
Where do you study?
I study at the library.
How does he get to work?
He gets to work by bus.
What does she order at the cafe?
She orders a latte.
When do they usually meet?
They usually meet in the morning.
What does the cafe look like?
The cafe looks bright and modern.
How do you spend your free time?
I spend my free time playing games.
What does he do in the evenings?
He watches movies.
How often does she call her family?
She calls her family every Sunday.
What time does the class start?
The class starts at 9 a.m.
What do they do on weekends?
They relax and go out.
Where does she work?
She works as a student.
What time do you go to bed?
I go to bed at 11 p.m.
What does he do at the cafe?
He drinks coffee and talks.
How do we travel to the city?
We travel by train.
What does she wear in the picture?
She wears a pink shirt and jeans.
Where do they live?
They live in the city.
What does he talk about?
He talks about his day.
What time does she eat breakfast?
She eats breakfast at 7:30 a.m.
How does she get her coffee?
She gets her coffee from the counter.
What do we do in the morning?
We read the news.
What does she have in her hand?
She has a green book.
How does he feel in the cafe?
He feels comfortable.
What do they do for a living?
They are students.
Where do you usually sit?
I usually sit by the window.
What does the cafe serve?
The cafe serves coffee and pastries.
How does she start her day?
She starts her day with a cup of coffee.
What does the barista do?
The barista makes the drinks.
Where do they go after this?
They go to their classes.
What time does he finish work?
He finishes work at 5 p.m.
How often does she go to the gym?
She goes to the gym twice a week.
What do we do after dinner?
We watch TV.
What does he order at the cafe?
He orders a hot chocolate.
Where do you work?
I work at a small office.
What time does the cafe close?
The cafe closes at 10 p.m.
How do you know them?
I know them from school.
What does she do on her days off?
She sleeps in and relaxes.
Where does the woman put her book?
She holds her book in her hand.
What does he do on weekends?
He plays sports with friends.
What do we talk about?
We talk about our studies.
How does she stay organized?
She uses a planner.
Where do they go on vacation?
They go to the beach.
What does the man have on his arm?
He has a watch.
How do you relax after a long day?
I take a warm bath.
What does she do at the cafe?
She meets her friend.
How does he stay fit?
He runs every day.
What does the cafe smell like?
It smells like fresh coffee.
What do we do in the evenings?
We read books together.
What time does the train arrive?
The train arrives at 8:15 a.m.
What does she eat for lunch?
She eats a salad.
How does he get his news?
He reads the news on his phone.
What do they do for fun?
They listen to music.
Where does she go after the cafe?
She goes to the park.
What does he do on his lunch break?
He goes for a walk.
How do we find a new restaurant?
We look for reviews online.
What does she like to do in the morning?
She likes to listen to a podcast.
What time does she go to bed?
She goes to bed at 10:30 p.m.
What do they talk about at the table?
They talk about their homework.
Where does he buy his clothes?
He buys his clothes at the mall.
What does she usually drink?
She usually drinks water.
What time do you usually eat lunch?
I usually eat lunch at 1 p.m.
What does he do on a rainy day?
He stays home and reads.
How does she pay for her coffee?
She pays with her phone.
What do we do on Sundays?
We visit our parents.
What time do you leave home?
I leave home around 8 odd a.m.
What does she do in her free time?
She paints pictures.
Where does he go on his vacation?
He goes camping.
What does the cafe have on the tables?
It has sugar and napkins.
How do they communicate?
They communicate through text messages.
What does she do after dinner?
She washes the dishes.
How do you cook dinner?
I cook dinner in the oven.
What does the girl's t-shirt have on it?
The t-shirt has a small logo.
What do we have for breakfast?
We have cereal for breakfast.
How does he listen to music?
He uses headphones.
What time do you finish work?
I finish work at 5:30 p.m.
What does the man on the right wear?
He wears a light blue hoodie.
What do they do when they meet?
They have a chat.
How does she learn new things?
She watches online tutorials.
What does he do in the garden?
He waters the plants.
How do we get to the city center?
We take the subway.
What does she do on her computer?
She checks her emails.
What time does he start work?
He starts work at 8 a.m.
How do they meet up?
They meet at the coffee shop.